we definitely didn't have that moment where we even had a chance to look at each other and say, wow, we just had kids.
He got Andrew's little hand out, and he reached my hand out, and so I could just touch him.
He was really small, and it was frightening.
Andrew Delorey was born at 27 weeks. He weighed just 2 pounds, 15 ounces. His parents, Natalie and Dan, already had 3 children, but this was all new.
You know, with my 3 other girls, they were around 7 pounds. Healthy, you know, chubby baby crying, and he was so skinny. He was so tiny, and didn't really make a sound. Then I didn't get to see Andrew for about an hour and a half. I had no idea what was going on with him. I didn't know if he had passed away or what was going on with him.
There really wasn't a lot for me to do. I listened. I tried not to be in the way at all. I stepped over to help whenever they needed something held, and whenever anyone left an open spot by the incubator, I would come in and I could reach in and touch Andrew, and the nurses and doctors were all right with that. But for the most part, I tried to stand back and let them work.
I'm married to Justin, and we have twins that are almost 5, Miles and Maggie, and a 3-year-old Owen.
Jennie and Justin were delighted when they learned she was pregnant with twins, but hers was a difficult pregnancy. She spent 7 months on bed rest, both at home and at EvergreenHealth. The twins were delivered at 33 weeks.
So they started performing the C-section, and I remember having this just really feeling of excitement that after laying in bed for 7 months, I was gonna get to see the twins. I remember Justin there and the doctor, and it was very brief, but they put him next to my face, and we had a photographer in the room, and she got a few shots of that. And that, for me, is such a standstill moment when they were right next to me, because it almost seemed like slow motion after that, where they were there and then all of a sudden everyone was gone.
And I actually apologize for that. When I meet a parent, the first thing I do is I say, you know, the babies are born here on the 2nd floor. They're going to be taken up to the 4th floor, and no matter how soft we can make it, we're going to be taking your baby away right after it's born and taking it up to the nursery to give it care, whether that's fluids, respiratory support, and you're going to feel kind of alone in this situation, and the dad is going to come with us in most cases. So, and I'm apologizing for that now, because it's probably a pretty lonely feeling.
For most families, the golden hour after the birth of a baby is just that, golden. But for some of the 4,500 babies born at EvergreenHealth each year, survival is the first priority. The Golden Hour Project will provide the physical space and the essential tools to take care of baby, mom, and dad together right there at the OR site.
We're doing great care at this point in time in our stabilization approach to the golden hour of caring for premature babies. We do it, and we do it safely, but we're doing it in a much smaller space that is just putting pressure on the human resources that we have to work with. So what we're going to do is take one of those empty operating rooms and make it into an infant stabilization room.
The infant stabilization room will be right next door to the surgical delivery room, about a dozen steps from where mom is getting post-surgical care. Dad can easily move between the 2 areas. A closed-circuit TV will let mom see and hear her baby. The Golden Hour Project will also add an additional incubator known as a giraffe bed, essential to the care of a high-risk baby. Our existing giraffe beds were purchased by Gala Funds in 2007. What will these improvements mean to parents of high-risk babies?
To feel like you're a part of it, you know, especially after all we went through with the pregnancy, to feel like I was a part of that, to witness that happening and not just wait for someone to come and tell me, would have been much easier to take in, I think.
Oh, to have a camera in there so I can see what's going on with Andrew, that would have just been almost perfect for a delivery.
With your help, we're giving babies life-saving care, supporting families as they begin their lives together. Thank you for your generous contribution to support the Golden Hour Project. Our families thank you, and the results?
We're a happy family, we're a busy family, and it's fun to raise these little guys.